Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a few things that I've picked up at Sephora in the last little while. Hope you enjoy. Hey guys. Okay, so I'm going to try to be quick because again my phone sucks and I just can't seem to make space in my phone. But so I'm going to be showing you a few of the products that I picked up in the last little while. This one is not new. It's kind of newer to Canada though, which is the Tower 28 Sunny Days Lightweight Foundation. I'm going to get to this in 1 second. I also picked up, this is not new, the Patrick Ta She's a Doll blush. Not that I needed another hot pink blush because I got them kind of coming out of my eyes, but anyway. I also picked up the Haus Labs Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlighter in the shade Peach Quartz. Don't mind that, it was in my makeup bag and got a little dirty. And the Makeup by Mario Light Medium Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer, in light medium, and the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector. So I'll give you my thoughts on these guys. I've tried them quite a few times, so I kind of know how I feel about them. But we're gonna start off, oh yeah, and this one too, the Huda Beauty, I think this came out like a month ago now, the Faux Filter Concealer. I've tried this one for a few days too, and I kind of know how I feel about it, but we'll see. So this guy. So I realized that on the Sephora app, Sephora Canada, because that's where I live, a lot of people were really annoyed with the fact that this doesn't have SPF in it, but it does. So we're in Canada, we have different rules and regulations regarding SPF. So if you look closely, you can actually see there's a sticker over top, and if you peel it off, it's actually the Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Tinted Sunscreen. So I'll just show you that again. So it's the exact same product, they just can't label it as an SPF from what I understand, because I did go to the ingredients and it does contain mineral sunscreen, so titanium dioxide, and I can't remember the other one, but it does contain sunscreen, in case you were wondering. I wouldn't use this as your sole sunscreen, but just so you're aware, it does contain sunscreen. I got the shade 15 Melrose. I think I probably should have gone for Larchmont, but I tried this one in store. I actually couldn't see that one in store. It said they had it, but I didn't see it. And this is what it looks like. So I think this one actually is fine. Tried it on my hand and I looked at it in the sun after it had dried and it was still okay. So I was like, why not? So I may just do like half my face and then come back with it done, because I just don't want to waste time applying foundation, because that's probably pretty boring for you to watch. And then I'll apply my powder and all my base products until I get to, I'll do concealer first and then I'll get to the bronzer. And I'm just using my Merit brush. This is one of my absolute favorite foundation brushes ever. It's so soft. I do have to clean it more often though, because I do find it builds up quite a bit quite easily, but this is what it's looking like so far. You can see there is a glow to it. and it's quite runny. I am an oily person, so I was a little bit scared about this. When I saw it in the store, I was like, oh no. It's pretty glowy. Like, I specifically went there to pick it up because I'd heard such good things. But I've worn it all day in really high heat, and it did pretty well, so I think we're good. The only thing I noticed is it is kind of a more medium coverage. Well, now I'm just gonna do my other cheek because I keep talking. But it does, yeah, it does have kind of like a medium coverage, but I noticed when I was wearing an N95, yeah, I still wear a mask, it did kind of patch off in one area. But if you don't wear a mask and you're not kind of covering your face, you should be fine, because I tried it yesterday and I didn't go anywhere and it stayed on all day, no problem. I went outside and it was good. So I'm just gonna finish the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Alright, so here's what we're looking like. It's all over the skin. You can still see my pores, obviously, because it does have a little bit of that glow. I never put a glowy product on my nose, so if you could tell that my nose is a little more matte than the rest of my face, it's because I specifically use like a really matte foundation. I just use, don't mind the cap, it's disgusting, Revlon Colorstay. I just always do that because my nose just gets out of control. So I'm gonna go in with the Faux Filter Concealer, and I'll go a little bit more into the details of the products. I just wanted to show you them first, and then I'll kind of get more into the claims and everything else. I do know that tinted moisturizer, it does feel more like a foundation. It is light, like it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It does feel a tiny bit tacky, so just keep that in mind. If you are a little bit oily or combination oily, you will for sure want to set it. So I'm gonna set mine for sure. And I got the concealer in the shade, might be a little bit light, but keep in mind these don't look the same online as they do in person. They actually lean really light, so I would say go darker than what you think you are, because I thought I would be like marshmallow, and marshmallow is actually like paper white, which is good that there's definitely some options. But so I'm just using the Sonia G mini base brush, and then so I blend it out with that, and then I just kind of go in to just perfect it a bit with a sponge. This is the Sonia Kashuk sponge that I use all the time. And I'm actually going in with a dry beauty blender or sponge. This one's super soft. And I don't know, for some reason I've been liking it better. I always try to do different things with my under eye because I just want to see what's going to give me the least amount of craziness under my eye. Sorry, I just have to find my brush here. So I'm just going to go in with a Real Techniques, I think this is a shadow brush, base shadow brush. I always use this for my powder. And I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Micro, oh my god, I can't read this, Microfinishing pressed powder, sorry. And I'm just, again, gonna tap out any of those creases. I have noticed that this specific concealer has been creasing a little bit on me. I noticed, okay, ow, that went right into my eye. I noticed the other day that it was kind of bunching in the corner. And then yesterday I tried to just not set it because I'm like, well, maybe it's just the powder just doesn't agree with this concealer, but no, it looked kind of terrible yesterday too. So I might bring it back. Like this, to me, this is crepey looking, and I'm not a fan of that. I'm gonna go do my other eye off camera, and then we'll get to and do my powder, and then we'll get to the Makeup by Mario products. Alright, so I finished that. I'm gonna go into the Makeup by Mario Balm Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. It is a balm. If you look at it, it's very kind of like greasy feeling. So that kind of scared me because, like I said, I'm combination oily, but actually if you set it down, it's not bad. So I'm not very oily, I'm more oily in the T-zone, so if you are very oily, you might want to steer clear of this. So this just says all over warming complexion tint. You can put it all over your whole face. What Mario did was put it basically in all the areas that he would bronze. I use this as a cream bronzer. What I don't love about cream bronzer, and I'm just being honest here, is I have a dog. Sometimes your makeup brushes get a little fuzzy because, I mean, they're out in the open. Mine are anyways. And sometimes you get a little like a fluff in there, and it's so annoying to get out. You could see there's like nail marks in there for me trying to get like a little fluff out or a dog hair out. So that's my gripe. I just feel like it's so easy to just grab a powder and put a powder on instead of, I don't know, using a balm or a cream and then going over top with a powder. I'm also just kind of, I'm just more comfortable with powders. It's something that I've worked with for a long time, and so cream is kind of like newer, and it's just more effort to blend out, and then you put a powder over top. It's just more work in my opinion, but that's just me. Not to say that they're not beautiful on the skin, especially if you have dry skin. I think it would be so nice and just give you that kind of like glossy looking skin. For me, I probably wouldn't pair these two together, the skin tint and the balm. I just found it was a little too much like hydration on my skin. And so what I did yesterday was actually use the skin tint with just a powder bronzer, and I felt like I liked that a lot better. And that could have been why I had a hole in my makeup the other day too, because I did use this on the cheeks. And I think maybe it was just too much cream that it just kind of started to move around on the skin or on the face. So yes, this is what this one's looking like. You're not gonna get like a super heavy duty bronze look from this. It's very light, and I'm actually using a Morphe under eye brush right now, but it's so huge that I actually just use it for bronzer and not concealer. I use it for bronzer and cream products. So yeah, this is what it's looking like. I am gonna go over it with that finishing powder. And I gotta say, the finishing powder, I don't know, guys. I feel like I went to go return it once because I'm like, yeah, I'm just not into it. And then I saw it at the store and I'm like, but it does look so beautiful. Maybe I'll just keep it. I might regret returning it. I literally never use it. I just feel like, not that it's gimmicky, but there's just not a huge like need for it in my collection anyway. You might feel differently because it is nice. I mean, it's kind of like a bronzer, a highlight, and powder in one, but I really only use it as a bronzer. So this one I got in light medium. You'll see what that one looks like. So that's that lightest shade. This is that medium shade. And this is the bronzy shade. So what I do, like I said, I just kind of mix them all together and just kind of make a glowy bronzer out of it. Because I'm so glowing already, I might throw even a matte bronzer on top of that. Like you can see in the middle of my forehead, it's a little shiny. And I did powder down. I powdered with the Dior Powder No Powder, and that one does have a slight glow to it. Not a glow, but like kind of a luminosity, I guess. Kind of the same thing, but it doesn't make you look greasy, but it does have like a bit of a glow. I guess a glow, like let's just go with glow. Guys, I'm so tired today, like I look like a hot mess. So, excuse my tired appearance. I tried to take a nap and didn't happen. Okay, I'm gonna blend this out and be right back. I'm back, and I have huge eyebrows. They're a little bigger than I prefer, but let's go with the flow. I just put on my lips Dior and Tarte and Dior, sorry. Dior Addict high-end Dior. I might change it. We'll see. See how I'm feeling. So I'm gonna go in with the blush and then the highlight. So the blush, I'm not gonna do the cream today, only because I've got so much dew on my face that I'm just gonna stick to powder. It's just a little much for me. So this is what it looks like. Match my sweater. And just need to find the brush that I want to use. I want to use the Makeup by Mario brush. I can find it. I can't. So I'm going to just go in with my, this is a Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm always a little careful with these types of shades. I always go in really lightly to start. And then if you want to add more, just give her. So I did a little research on my skin tint here. There's actually quite a lot of things that I didn't know about it. So it contains aloe and centella. It helps to soothe the skin and contains antioxidants. There are skincare ingredients also in the product. So I know a lot of people don't really like the whole skincare foundation thing. For some things, like I know the Charlotte Tilbury foundation is like pretty heavy, and I think that is due to the skincare ingredients. This one doesn't feel like that on my skin. It definitely feels lighter. Yeah, that one I find just can kind of sit on the skin. You either have a good day or a bad day with that foundation. Some people are obsessed with it, but if you have an oilier skin type, I feel like you might be kind of meh about it. But this one definitely feels lighter. It's good for acne and blemishes. It has a natural finish. I would say a luminous finish. It's vegan and gluten and cruelty free. It's good for redness and irritation, fragrance free, alcohol free, and doesn't oxidize, which I can attest to. It really does not oxidize at all. And then I will go over some of the key points for the Haus Labs highlight, but I'm going to get there in one moment. I'm gonna just blend this out a tiny bit. So the blush, didn't really need the blush. I feel like this one is just as good, and it's from Flower Beauty. It's really nice, but I didn't need it. Okay, so Haus Labs Clean Radiant Finish Pressed Powder. It says it's a gel powder. It feels just like a powder to me, but it doesn't have that like kind of bouncy texture that you would think that it would. Pressed powder, vegan and cruelty free. It has fermented arnica oil, which is an antioxidant and has soothing properties. It brightens the skin to promote a smooth complexion. We'll see, girl. We'll see. Beautiful packaging. Really, really like the packaging. I was gonna get a bronzer and I'm like, I don't need another bronzer. And then I bought a Jaclyn Hill bronzer instead. So yeah, this is what Peach Quartz is looking like. Very beautiful. I was definitely looking for more of a peachy toned highlight, but you can see it does have like a powdery kind of texture to it. So I'll get that on my face. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. I do find it does have kind of a glittery look to it. Like, I really love how it looks. I think it's beautiful, but it does have a tiny bit of glitter in the sunlight. You can see it more. And it does, as you can see, kind of enhance my texture, but I do still think it's beautiful. It has a really nice sheen to it, and I really like the color. So I'm not taking it back. I'm keeping it. And I'm gonna just finish my eye makeup and just kind of round up everything that I've tried today. I'm back again. Okay, so I did the eyes. I actually don't think I mentioned that I got the Jones Road shadow in the shade Ash. So I did use this in my crease along with the Sophisticate from Charlotte Tilbury. I'll show you what this ash color looks like. It does lean a little more gray than brown. I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit more browny, like a brownie gray. So that's why I added the Sophisticate. I can't even find it right now. How can I now find it? Anyways, that's what I used. And I did purchase this as well. This is the Tarte Tubing Mascara. Okay, let's redo that. Tubing Mascara. And I will show you what this looks like, but I usually go in, so this is what the brush looks like. I got the mini because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it or not, but I have been having issues with my mascara transferring all under my eyes, so now I can never. I used to just use a CoverGirl mascara and that seemed to do the trick, but now for some reason everything transfers. So I've been trying this one out and I really like it under the eye. It doesn't give me enough volume or as much as I would like on the top. You could see they're kind of more spread out and kind of like very individual, but I don't love that look. So what I'm gonna do is go in with my regular mascara. I do prefer a bristle brush as opposed to, so like this. I like an hourglass shape as opposed to kind of like a spiky silicone-y type wand. And the reason being is that it just doesn't give me enough volume. I find those are really great for separation. So if that's what you're looking for, it's perfect. But if you want a lot of volume, like I prefer, I love this on the under eye and it does not smudge. But if you want something that's going to give you tons of volume, I would say go with a brush that's a bristle brush and that has kind of like that hourglass shape. I'm going to finish off the mascara and I'll put this on the under eye and then I will let you know how I feel about all of these products. Alright, so everything is all done, the mascara is on, but if you can see what I mean, now I've got more volume on the top and on the bottom I use this and they're definitely more separated. What I like to do actually is use my voluminous mascara and then go through it with this because that'll really kind of give that separation. Still gives volume, but it doesn't give as much as I prefer, but really good on the bottom. So I'm happy I have it. I'm definitely going to keep buying it, especially like maybe a mini size just for underneath my eyes. Really enjoy these two. I think you can skip on this one. I think a lot of people are really loving this one here. It's not my favorite, but it's good. So that's what I have to say about it. It's just a little too balmy for me, but I'm going to keep it. So that's what's up with those two. This I really, really like. I think this would be perfect for like a beach day or if you just don't want to wear a ton of makeup. I mean, I'm wearing a lot today, but this is kind of my everyday. But yeah, it's not super heavy on the skin. It's nice and light and looks really nice. This I think looks really pretty on the lips. You don't need this. You don't need it. I think you can get the same kind of look with a L'Oreal and it will be just as nice. The Haus Labs, I think you would really like it. If you have a ton of texture and you don't want to draw any attention to it, maybe steer clear of it. But they do have really beautiful shades and it's nice because it's clean. I think that was everything. Oh, the concealer, I actually think it looks way better now. So it's actually looking pretty smooth under the eye. Maybe because I covered it with my mascara, but I'm going to hold on to this. Last thing I wanted to talk about was the blush. I don't think you need the blush. If you want to find something cheaper, go with a Flower Beauty. This is in the shade Wild Rose, or you can get a cream blush from e.l.f. in the shade Bora Bora. So that's everything. Thank you so much. Love you so much and have a great day. Bye.